Hi, this is Micornus, Phokane, the leader and the founder of the Young Men Empowerment Forum. Today I want to deal with another topic that is quite great for you as a young man that will assist you actually to define life and actually live life a bit more with more purpose in your life. And this is to speak about how to become more resilient in life. I want to speak about some steps to become more resilient in life. Now, resilience in life is ability to stand strong despite of the challenges that you meet, because you must understand that you will meet challenges in life. You will meet things that will actually shake you in life, but you need to be resilient in life so that you can become a better person. And that's the reason why I want to deal with this topic today. And of course, I want to deal with part one of this great topic of steps to become more resilient as a young man. And what I want to deal with today is, if you want to be resilient in life, you need to be able to accept the change. You need to be able to accept the change. And I want to emphasize that change is part of life. We will meet situations in life that will challenge us to change. And change is something that is a given in life. So therefore, you cannot run away from change. You just need to be able to accept the change. And people that cannot accept change, actually, they find it difficult in life, because life is forever throwing some changes actually in life. Now, I want to emphasize that you need to accept change. You must find ways to become more comfortable with change, because there's no way you're going to run away from the fact that change will come, and change will come sometimes at a time when you least expect it. So therefore, it is very important as an individual to be adjustable to change, because if you are not able to adjust to change, change will actually run you over. And many of you as a young man, you might be in your life realizing that life, if you are to mature, you have to go through change. And that's the reason why we're having the milestones of growth in life, like even a child growing to become an adult, a baby growing to become a young person or a teenager. There are some processes that we call milestones of change in life, that is actually those life changes that will come in life that are actually preempting that somebody is growing. Now, a child, or a baby rather, when a baby is about to grow, a baby will always start crawling, and the baby will start trying to stumble and fall and start trying to stand even before they learn to walk. And a child will start mumbling some words, actually imitating adults speaking some words, but not calling them right. And you realize that this is a change that a child has, or a baby has to go through in order to grow. And a baby will actually start learning some steps of walking, putting one or two steps, actually going forward, but still falling along the way. Because that is very, very important, that change will happen. You cannot avoid it, but you need to really accept change if you have to be resilient in life. There are many people in life that struggle actually to face situations and to make sure that things come to make them to mature in life, is because they cannot accept the change. They are trying to avoid change. They are trying to avoid situations of change. And when you try to avoid situations of change, you're basically squeezing yourself within a corner. You're putting yourself at a place where you will not be able actually to cope with life, because life will still challenge you whether you want change or not. So in other words, if you are going to run away from the fact that you have to change, or the fact that you have to face changes in life, you are going to restrain yourself from growing. You are going to actually hold yourself back from growing as well. And that is why, if you want to see people growing mentally, they are going to go through some resistance of change, and some change in life that will actually make the mind actually to transform to become better people as they are, as they were before. So therefore, this is very, very important that you grow with an attitude of accepting change and therefore embracing it. You must find ways of becoming comfortable with change. You must find ways of embracing change and start moving on. Because if you're going to run away from embracing change, therefore, you'll start actually seeing your life regressing instead of progressing. So this is very important. Secondly, I want to emphasize that if you want to be resilient in life, for you to become more resilient in life, you need to become continuous learner. You need to be somebody who is ready to learn, because in life is about learning. And there's no way you're going to reach a stage where you cannot be a student of life anymore, because there are things that we know and things that we don't know. And things that we know is because we have learned them one way or another. From people, we have learned them from experiences, we have learned them from our walk of life. But this is very important to understand that, therefore, change will actually always bring learning as well. Now, I want to emphasize that if you are not ready to become a continuous learner, you are going to fail yourself, because you are going to find yourself stagnant and not moving on anymore. Every one of us, we are learning. We have learned how to talk. We have learned how to walk. We have learned some behaviors in life that has actually pushed us to become successful in a way. And everything that we do, we have learned it one way or another. But there's quite a lot of stuff still that needs to be learned in life. Therefore, you must be open enough in your mind to be ready to learn, because if you are not ready to learn, you are therefore delaying yourself to the next step. For you to move to the next step, you need to learn the ways. You need to learn some skills. You need to learn some behaviors as well that relate to a certain level of your life. For you to move to another level, therefore, you must become a continuous learner. You must learn some skills that will actually usher you to the next level. And remember that there's those skills that you might be born with, that you have, but there are those skills that must be learned along the way. You must learn them and practice them. You must learn them and practice them consistently so that you become a better person. And a person that has got skills need to shape their skills by practicing them still. And that is why you'll find people of sports, like footballers, for instance. They would actually, even though they've got skills actually to play football, but they need to practice it. They need to continuously put it to test in a way with colleagues or teammates and so on. And that is the way they are going to shape up their skills. So therefore, it is very important actually to learn continuously. Because even though you've got skills, but you need to learn some way of administering your own skills through other people or through situations, as I've said a bit earlier. This is very important for us to understand that if you want to be resilient in life, you definitely need to become a continuous learner in life. You need to gain new understanding of how to do things, new understanding of things in life, and that is why most of the things in life you might have known them in a different way. But this is a time for you to open up, to learn new skills, as I've said, to learn new understanding, to understand things a bit more differently. Because the more you broaden your mind to learn different ways of understanding things, the more you will articulate things more differently. Because things cannot be articulated the same way all the time. Because life is dynamic and things change along the way. You will remember, some of you that are the grown up, that life has not been static in the past. And we have actually seen things coming and going, and some of the things changing along the way. And if you are resilient enough, you're going to be able to cope with life as it changes. Technology, for instance, has come, and it has come with different ways of doing things. And some of the times, some of you might remember that even when telephones came in, particularly if we look at mobile phones, initially they had no cameras, they had no other functions except to dial calls and communicate with people verbally. But now you'll realize that there are some apps that are actually delivering different things along the way. So therefore, if you're not ready to learn, you're going to be left behind. And that is why I want to emphasize that it's very important that you become a continuous learner in life, so that you can be able to cope and adjust to the changes of life and become a better person. And that's the resilience that we're talking about. So you need to be resilient as a young man. You need to become a learner every day. You need to be ready to embrace learning every single day, because that's the only way you're going to become a better person in life. And please remember that the learnings or understandings that you learn that are new, you need to apply them in times of change as well. Because if you don't apply what you've learned, you will not be finding that to be useful in your life. Only things that we apply become useful to us. And therefore, if you have learned new skill, new understanding, you need to apply that in practice so that it can actually bring results for your life. It bears fruits only when you apply. So there's no knowledge that will benefit you until you apply it. So therefore, it is very important that we emphasize the fact that learn skills along the way, learn understanding of new things, but apply them so that you can reap, therefore, results out of them. I want to end up here today. Your host, Micornus Phokane. This was part 1, of course, and I will continue with the same topic tomorrow that speaks about steps to be more resilient as a young man. Steps to be more resilient as a young man. And I hope this will help you as we deal with this very same topic tomorrow. So please join us as we deal with part 2 tomorrow. But before I check out, remember that we have got our YouTube channel where we're posting these videos. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure that you also like our pages, Micornus Phokane, and our pages, Young Men Empowerment Forum. And make sure that you click notification buttons as well, so that you may be notified when we have got a new topic to deal with. And you'll be able actually to follow us on this platform, and you will learn out of it as a young man. May the good Lord bless you. Allow me to check out right here and say cheers for now.